Hmm. How can how can people be reaching out to you that come and plan for your funeral? Like, do you want me to die? Are you planning for me to die? Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tolushel. I make content around lifestyle and relationship tips. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. Please watch all my videos and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, turn on the notification bell so that every time I drop a video, you'll be notified. To my returning subscribers, I just want to say thank you guys so much for always coming back. Thank you for always watching my videos. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. God bless you. Today, I'll be sharing my experience as regards some things in South Africa compared to Nigeria. Please, this is not to talk down on any country. It's just to share my own personal experience. Nothing but my personal experience. Call it culture shock. Yeah. Let's dive into the video. The first thing I'll be sharing is the landscape of South Africa. The topography of South Africa is so breathtaking that you can't just unsee it. Do you want to talk about the Joburg skyline or the Table Mountain in Cape Town, the hills, the slopes, so many beautiful landscape. Nigeria also has some beautiful landscape, but you can't just compare it to the amount South Africa has. Another thing is the tap water in South Africa. Tap water in South Africa are so safe that we drink it directly from the tap. Like, I remember the first time I got to South Africa years ago, because back at home, back in Nigeria, most of the water we drink is pure water, table water. In fact, those companies, they make hell of money. Yeah, they make a lot of money. But when I got to South Africa and I was asking for drinking water and then they gave me water directly from the tap, in fact, I was so scared. But I had to drink it just because I trusted the person, because I actually didn't know that the tap water is so safe and clean that you can drink it without a second doubt. But compared to Nigeria, in fact, there are places even in Lekki, they still complain till date about their water, so they have to treat their water. Compared to here, we drink directly from the tap, directly from the tap. Although, again, it took me years to really get used to it, because there was a time in my life that I had to be boiling water for my daughter. When I first had my daughter, I had to boil water, put this in a bottle. Once it cools down, then I can give her. In fact, I store like 4 to 5 bottles of boiled water because I was still having that second thought about tap water compared to Nigeria. Nigeria, we drink, back at home up to now, they treat water for you to be able to drink. If you don't treat the water is not safe for you to drink. So you just opt for table water, bottled water, whatever water they call it, those packaged ones rather. But here we drink directly from the tap. It is safe. Another thing is the usage of must and shame. I remember the first time I came in. As a visitor, I came here for a vacation back then before I finally moved in about 6 years ago. Yeah, about 6 years ago. But the first time I came was about 7 years ago for a vacation. And I had an encounter with a South African, and while she was asking me some questions, and then I responded, and then I heard the word shame, and I was like, what? Shame? It got me somehow. I felt somehow, but I held on to it because I didn't want to react. I didn't want to act funny because I felt like, why will we be discussing, and then you say shame? Shame for what? Shame on what? What happened? When I met my husband later, I told him, and he just laughed at me like, shame is just like, oh, wow, sorry. It's so funny. I'm like, why would you use the word shame? Can't you just say, oh, wow, oh, sorry. Then the second one, which is the most, is when they ask you questions in South Africa, instead of saying, back at home in Nigeria, you would have said, can I do this? But South African will say, must I do this? Must I do this? Not can I. But in Nigeria, we're like, can I do this? Can I have this? Can I do this? Can I go there? Can I? But South Africa will tell you, must I do this? Must I go there? Must I, everything is must. So when you're coming for the first time and you hear the word, must I, don't take it serious. And when you hear shame, please don't fight anybody. It's just a normal word here. Another thing here is that South Africans are so patient. Like, not in everything though, but they are very, very patient when they need to be. And sometimes they can be the opposite when you don't expect them to. Like, you go to a shopping center, you meet a queue, South Africans will queue, and stay there and wait for their turn. Unlike Nigerians, back at home, we don't wait. In fact, when you see an open chance, you just go, you just take advantage. In fact, sometimes you have to even pretend like, okay, somebody has like reached out to you and say, okay, just come directly to my office. That's the kind of chances we take in Nigeria. But here, you just have to join the queue. You have to be patient. You have to wait for your turn. If you really want to experience that patience in South Africa, go out during the off-peak period, and then you will see taxis go into streets to go and pick people. Like, once they signal them far away, inside the street, once they signal the driver will go inside. He doesn't care how many people are inside the bus. He will go inside, drive inside the street and go and pick the person. But in Nigeria, no, they are not that patient at all. In fact, they will even, you don't even try it with Nigerians, but you know, as even though that's in Nigeria, but here we just have to also adopt that lifestyle. In fact, when you get to taxi ranks and you're going somewhere, the taxi you are about to board, or you've already even boarded, but you still have maybe 5 people for the bus to be filled. Here in South Africa, you wait till those 5 people are filled up. Like, till the bus is filled up, you have to wait. But in Nigeria, the driver can actually go and say, okay, Mama pick or no. I will interpret that. Like, the driver will say, okay, I will get people on the way. I'll get passengers on the way. But here, South Africans will wait for that bus to be filled before they leave. Like, they will wait. But when it comes to picking people on the street, man, they will go inside street to go and pick people, and they just have to wait. If you're in a rush, man, maybe you won't even consider that kind of you won't consider public taxi like that. Probably you just go for an Uber or a Bolt. Another thing here is that South Africans mind their business. People mind their business in South Africa a lot. Like, a lot of times when some things happen and then you're like, you expect them to interfere, they won't. You expect them to talk, they won't. Or you're like, hey, I've seen this person is in my church, this person is a church member. No, people will just be looking at you like, go your way, I go my way. There was a time when I was pregnant with the twins and I needed to go for antenatal. And then it was so early, like, the only means of me going for the antenatal is to take a public transport because of the particular kind of road I do pass through then. And then when I enter that public car before I go to where I'm going to get my Uber, I had like 100 Rand with me because I usually use my card for my Uber. And then when I entered that taxi, you know, it was very early, because my appointment was actually around 7. So I needed to leave home around past 5. And then I entered the car. And then along the line, I gave the driver my own money. And then he said, your money is 10 Rand. And I said, yes, this is 100 Rand that I have. And then you see the way he shouted and he just gave me those, you understand, those speaking in tongues. And because I'm a foreigner, I don't understand. I just smile like, I'm still learning your language. Please just give me time. That was what I said. And then he just said some things, and then the next thing I saw him parked. What happened? He told me to highlight, like, get out of my car. I was heavily pregnant, like I was in my 30-something weeks. Heavily pregnant, and people in the bus, you know, I didn't understand what he was saying when I saw him parked. I was down trying to understand him. I asked the next person beside. The person said, he said you should get down. I was like, what? Get down? In Nigeria, they won't do that. Like, in Nigeria, in fact, somebody else will even pay your transport fare. Somebody else will pay for you, because it's not like you actually don't have transport fare. You have, it's just that you don't have the change. You had more denomination than what you're supposed to pay. So what's there? Like, he told me to alight and I alighted. And people were just looking at me. And then I stood there very early, around past 5, and I had to call my husband, like, I was crying. Like, this is where I am. This guy dropped me. I was like, what? You know, to an extent, you will feel like, okay, at least I'm pregnant now. People should have compassion. But it's not like they don't have compassion. But when it comes to situations like that, like, they don't care. People will just be looking at you. Nobody will pay for you. But people will mind their business. Like, yeah, my point is people will mind their business. At that moment, people were minding their business. They don't even care whether I was pregnant or not. He parked and he told me to alight and I alighted. But in Nigeria, it's not like that. In Nigeria, in fact, the driver will not be that, even if the driver is a little bit that funny, somebody in the car somehow will pay for you. Somehow will pay because of how you are. Like, that's that condition, like you're pregnant, somebody will pay for you and they won't just dump you on the road like that. But South Africans, no matter what is happening, they stay on their lane, they keep moving, they don't look at you. Another thing about South Africans is they don't joke with their free time. They don't joke with their break. Like, most of the time when they go to work Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they have it to have fun. Like, they have fun. So you can't just reach out to them and say, please, can I have this? Can I do this? Can you help me send this? Can you help me do that? I need your help. They won't. Even if it's a matter of life and death, they won't respond to you. Like, those periods are for them to have fun, to relax, to have, you understand, to have their head, whatever it is, before they go back into work. Their break periods during the week is like around 1 to 2, and they don't joke with it. Even if it's a matter of life and death, like, they don't joke with it. They will tell you they are going on a break and they are going to break. You wait. You will wait. When I was pregnant back then and I was in the hospital, I was having cramps, I remember. There was a particular time I thought the baby was coming out, and then I reached out to one of the sisters, it seems, you know, at the first time I told the sister, like, seems my baby is like, it seems he or she wants to come out, because back then I wasn't even checking gender. That kind of person, I don't check gender. So I said, my baby is about to come. She said, okay, she's coming. And then next thing I saw her hold her plates, and then she's out. I was like, what? The lady beside me, I just asked her what's happening. She told me she's gone on break. And I was like, what? Even with the condition that I am, going on break, that's South African for you. Like, they don't joke with their break time. Around 1 or 2 thereabout, they don't joke with it. Like, you can't take that away from them. You will have to wait. Whatever it is you want, you wait for them to come back, and then they will sort you out. Once they are back, they will sort you out. But that time, they take it off and they go and have their time. Another thing, again, that is shocking to me about South African is the funeral plan. How can people be reaching out to you that come and plan for your funeral? Like, do you want me to die? Are you planning for me to die?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
How can somebody call me to come and say, come and pay for your funeral? Like, do you want me to die? Are you trying to kill me or what? Yes? Are you trying to kill me? I still want to live by old age, for crying out loud. But South African, you have to make plans for your funeral. It's not because people want you to die, but it's just because so that when you, tomorrow, it will be easy on your family to take care of the burial arrangements. Here, I realize people make plans for the after, whatever it is that happens, because it's actually going to happen to everybody. One way or another someday. It's inevitable. Like, there's nothing we can do. But here they make plans. But to an extent, you know, when I first heard that thing here in South Africa, it's like, this is nonsense, man. Like, what is all this? But to an extent, if you actually think of it, you feel like, okay, you will see so many sense in it, because it means that when anything happens tomorrow and someone is gone, there is no running helter-skelter to go and look for money, because people will not even give you that money to come and bury somebody. That person is supposed to actually make plans for him or herself before anything happens. But back at home, you know, when it happens, back in Nigeria, when it happens, you can go to, so in fact, let me even show you, in Nigeria, when somebody dies in Nigeria, that is when you have a lot of money. People hardly contribute for you when you want to do wedding, naming ceremony, but when people die, you will have money. Like, you just see people saying, hello, okay, I'll interpret that for you guys, don't worry. People will be reaching out to you as will ask you, hey, how can I help? How can I help? How can sometimes I still don't know the motive behind this thing, but here, you just have to make plans for your own passing over. You understand? So South Africa make plans for funeral ceremony. Another thing here is the electricity. Here in South Africa, you can't just experience load shedding anyhow. It's not possible compared to Nigeria. NEPA, PHCN, whatever name this we call them now, they can take it away anytime they like. Like they take your electricity anyhow, any way you like it. But here in South Africa, load shedding is planned ahead. Like if they are going to take off the electricity or take the electricity, there is always a plan ahead for you. Like you get to plan ahead rather. There is always the awareness, the announcements. There's a app here we call Escom something. You download it, you put your area in it, and then you get notified when there's going to be a load shedding. So you just plan ahead. Like it's easy compared to Nigeria. Nigeria, you can wake up now and then there's no electricity, it's gone. And you cannot, sometimes you don't even experience electricity, you don't even have electricity to use for hours, for days. And sometimes when the electricity is back, you hear they've taken transformer, they've taken away cable from somewhere. But here, load shedding is planned ahead. Lastly, when you go to the store and you want to get anything, you'll be asked if you want plastic to pack your stuffs. When I mean plastic, I'm referring to nylon bags. We call it nylon bags in Nigeria. Nylon bags, poly bag, polythene. But here in South Africa, we call it plastics. You can imagine going to the store to buy something and then they're asking you, do you want plastic? Why won't I want plastic? Like, why won't I want plastic? Do I want to be carrying everything and the whole world will be seeing everything? Why won't I want plastic? But here, you'll be asked if you want plastic. And you will have to pay for it. But in Nigeria, the moment you buy something, automatically, Igbo man now, they know now, they just have to give you plastic and put everything. Whether Igbo, whether Yoruba, they have to just give you plastic to just put your stuff. And then you go. But here, you pay for it and you'll be asked if you want it because you might not even want it sometimes. Thank you guys for watching this video to this very end. I really appreciate it. Did I even tell you that Christmas here is not the same as it is in Nigeria? If you really want to know, then watch out for my next video. Turn on the notification bell like I said earlier, so you'll be notified at every time I drop a video. Till I see you guys in my next video. God bless you. Please stay safe. Bye.